Most people believe they're broke because they don't earn enough. They look at their salary and think, if only I made more, everything would be fine. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not poor because of your salary. You're poor because of your behavior. Two friends graduate at the same time. They get almost identical paychecks. Fast forward 10 years. One is drowning in debt. The other owns assets and has peace of mind. How is that possible? Simple. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how you manage what you earn. Mindset, habits, and priorities are what separate wealth from struggle. And here's something most people never consider. Every decision you make, how you spend, how you save, who you listen to, is either moving you closer to freedom or pulling you further away. If I told you to imagine your life 10 years from now, what would scare you more? Not having bought that expensive phone? Or still being stuck financially, stressed, trapped, out of options? Most people stay broke because they keep choosing short-term comfort over long-term peace. Every financial decision is a trade-off. Pay now and earn peace later. Or enjoy comfort now and suffer regret later. As Jeff Bezos said, when you're 80 years old, you want to minimize the number of regrets you have. Every time you spend emotionally, procrastinate investing, or delay learning, you're not just losing money. You're borrowing happiness from your future self. Regret is the most expensive debt you'll ever carry. Wealth isn't built by chance. It's built by alignment. When your daily actions match your long-term vision, success starts compounding, silently but powerfully. And until you master this, no raise, no side hustle, and no lottery ticket will fix your situation. First, you spend emotionally. Most people don't go broke because of one huge, stupid financial decision. They go broke because of thousands of small emotional decisions. Stress? You buy. Bored? You scroll and buy. Sad? You reward yourself with more spending. The dopamine hit is instant, but the damage is slow and invisible. That's why emotional spending is so dangerous. It feels harmless in the moment. It's just a coffee. It's just dinner out. I deserve it. But added up, that $5 coffee turns into $1,200 per year. The weekend drinks become $5,000 in a year. You're not broke because you don't make enough. You're broke because your emotions run your wallet. Morgan Housel said it perfectly. Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are, and a lot to do with how you behave. The real skill is emotional control. Build skills when you're bored. Exercise when you're stressed. Read when you're anxious. If you don't control your emotions will control your finances. Second, you try to look rich. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke. They're trying to look rich instead of becoming free. Instagram, TikTok, flex culture. The new car on credit. Luxury vacations on credit. Watches, phones, dinners, outfits. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of the people flexing wealth are actually broke. Wealth is what you don't see. The richest person in the room? Often the one who's not trying to prove anything. Real wealth is invisible. Investments. Paid off debt. Emergency fund. Freedom to say no. Stop trying to impress. Start trying to build. Wealth is quiet. Status is loud. One day, you'll be free enough to not care who notices. Third, you stay in your comfort zone. Most people know what they need to do, they just don't do it. It's not lack of knowledge. It's fear of leaving your comfort zone. Comfort feels safe. But it's killing your future silently. You're not standing still. You're falling behind. Alex Hormozy explains, if you wanted to completely fail at something, what would you do? Write that list. Flip it. You now have the blueprint for success. You won't feel ready. You won't feel comfortable. That's exactly why you need to move. Growth lives where your comfort zone ends. If you've made it this far, you're not like most people. Hit that subscribe button. Here at Freenomics, we don't flex wealth, we build freedom, quietly, consistently, together. Let's keep going. Fourth, lack of self-accountability. You are where you are mostly because of your choices. Yes, life throws unfair situations. Blame changes nothing. Ownership changes everything. The Stoics said, "You cannot control what happens to you. You can only control how you respond." Alex Hormozy says, "If you want to be successful, take 100% ownership, even when it's not your fault." No one is coming to save you. And that's your greatest opportunity. The moment you realize it's all on you, you also realize you can fix it. Fifth, you think too short-term. Most people only think about today. I'll start later. I want to enjoy life now. But wealth rewards consistency, not speed. Alex Hormozy says, "The longer the timeline, the easier it is to succeed." Learn French tomorrow? Impossible. 10 years? You might have learned 2 languages. The bigger the timeline, the lighter the pressure. The smaller the timeline, the heavier the regret. You don't need to get rich this year. You need to stop quitting after 3 months. Wealth favors the patient. Poverty favors the impulsive. Sixth, building the right environment plus two-way doors. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If you hang around 5 broke people, you'll likely be the 6th. But if you surround yourself with people who invest, save, and think long-term, you will level up. Money is proximity. You need to be close enough for some of it to fall into your hands. Choose your mentors wisely. Don't take advice from people who are lost. Also, build your character. Build skills. Build discipline. Build networks. Build your mind and body. Wealth doesn't fix discipline. Discipline allows you to handle wealth. And finally, the mental framework that frees you. The two-way doors. Most people freeze, thinking every decision is irreversible. But most choices are two-way doors. You can adjust later. Start investing 50 euros? You can adjust. Start learning a skill? You can pivot. Test a habit? You can reset. Action creates options. Waiting creates regret. The truth most people never face. You're not poor because of your salary. You're poor because of how you think, because of what you do, because of what you avoid doing. Most people live 40 years in quiet financial frustration. Not because they didn't earn enough, but because they never took control. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. The version of you 10 years from now is waiting. They will either thank you or regret you. Not everyone who tried succeeded, but everyone who succeeded tried. So try. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you're ready to flip the switch. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow.